And yeah, there's the Archer. So this is definitely one of Magolor's harder matchups. Really, as time has gone on, opinion of Magolor has fallen a little bit. He's still certainly very, very good. But no, there's not much question anymore that he's not the best character. He's just very good. The top tier is definitely some order of Magolor, Yo-Yo, Water, and MK, but it is hard to put them in order other than Meta Knight is probably first. And off the bat here, you're seeing why this matchup can be difficult for Magolor.
Mag2 King
really gets out significantly by Archer.
His name's Mag2 King. I just noticed that.
And good DI from Justin there, getting out of that dash attack string. And Magolor dash attack really the only really good tool he has in the Archer matchup. However, it is a very good tool. You'll get a lot of damage off of it very consistently, and Archer doesn't really have a lot of options and disadvantage to get out of it. It will also go through uncharged arrows most of the time. It will not go through half charge or full charge arrows. So Justin trying to get back into the air. Magolor has a lot more trouble with Archer in the air. Because on the ground, you always have the threat of teleport dash attack, but in the air, you have to really respect Archer being up there. Oh, Justin just aiming that one into the ground. Big mistake there. So close game one here. Slight lead for Justin here. One or two more arrows will take it.
Whoa. Uh-oh.
Let's get out of the way of this apple, though. That's a big apple there. Yep, dodges the grab. Keystone likes to grab a lot for Magolors. Definitely more than the other mags.
What?
And a good read on that teleport. The Hitman arrow will take it. So game one over to Justin. Probably a little closer than he'd like, but takes it nonetheless.
That's literally what Kirby says, Domo. He says, hi. Hi. He sounds like a baby.
So we'll see if Keystone decides to try another character here. He does have some secondaries, usually sticks to Magolor, but this is one of the matchups where I've seen him switch off before, potentially to Beam, potentially to a couple other things. Keystone also hasn't been playing this game as much recently, though, so I would kind of expect him to just stick with the comfort pick here with the mag.
Well, it was that close. Makes sense to rematch.
Yeah, certainly. If it had been more lopsided, I would expect to switch more, but certainly a close game one. That's another thing about this matchup, though, with Archer Mag, is that teleporting is just never really safe. The arrows can catch your teleport anywhere on screen, and if you're charging an arrow, you can actually react to where Mag is teleporting. And the only real exception is if you teleport in a spacing that's like directly on top of Archer, then he has a hard time figuring out which side to shoot at, and you can get into the dead zone where he can't really fire an arrow there right away. But that is very hard to do, and it's very dependent on your spacing at the start. And the Archer main can really mess with that as well.
Black hole. That's not working.
Yeah, the black hole is not really a move that you're using to be aggressive. It's really just to be like, hey, a couple seconds from now, I don't want you to be up here.
Yeah.
Because black hole is frame 111. It is not, by any means a move that you're using.
Oh, that's like a Fox Taunt or something in melee, more or less.
It is just setting up for later on. Justin in a bad spot here. Shields the big apple. That was good. Those full apples do a ridiculous amount of damage. Definitely the scariest part of Magolor. And there we see the teleport going a little bit too far. If you can get the teleport to go a little bit closer to the Archer and be like right on top of him, that's when it's hard to punish. But since Keystone went past, Justin's able to just turn around and shoot the arrow. So Justin taking a slight lead. And Keystone keeping this pretty close. And that half-charged Shadow Ball does hit the platform from the ground. But you're seeing once again here, Archer wins this zoning war. We'll get some chip damage over time, as a good upcharge arrow. We'll take that, and Justin takes game two.
That went better for
We'll
Archer.
get some damage once in a while, because the second and third charge Shadow Balls will go through arrows, but the uncharged Shadow Balls will trade with uncharged arrows, and Archer can shoot more of them. So you're really never going to win the all-out zoning war unless you already have an apple in place.
Well, thank you, Timmy Lando1 for the prime game. Smiley face. Oh, thank you, Mupsy Cat for the resub. I literally said Mupsy Cat, Don. What do you want from me? Oh, can I repeat that, Don? What is it? I wish Don was on mic right now. Oh my god.
Alright, so going over to Bubbly Clouds.
I don't think I said it.
This is a strange pick for Magolor. Good Magolor stage in a vacuum, but very much not the best stage against Archer. He is staying though. Alright. So just
someone doesn't like my name? Hi. Hey, Mupsy Cat. I didn't say anything. It's Domo that said things that I'm not going to repeat.
Okay.
It may or may not have been about your parents.
Alright, so going into game 3 here, this is definitely a better Archer stage, so questionable counterpick from Keystone. Again, a stage that's pretty good for Magolor, just in general, but a stage where he gets heavily outzoned by Archer even more than other stages. Archer in general really likes both this and Jam Bastion entrance. Those are the two big Archer stages, because you not only have a lot of space, but you have high up platforms that you can use to air camp very effectively. And the platforms are not in a great position to hide out under the jump dash attack. So right away you're seeing the Magolor here getting very heavily air camped. And I expect that to continue. If he does go up there, Archer will just go down to the ground.
He hasn't gotten hit yet.
So Justin playing this very well. Keystone finally gets a hit in there, but still way down here, almost 100 health behind. Yeah, smart play to just get away from the apple. Again, apple really the only thing that will turn the zoning war in Magolor's favor in this game. Other than that, you really have to make a hard call out to win these fireball wars with Mag. And most of it's very reactable on the Archer side. You can charge an arrow. If Mag teleports, you shoot it where he teleports. If he doesn't teleport, you fire it wherever he's going. It'll go through any projectiles he has. Uncharged will lose to it completely. And the half and full charged ones, you have time to shield still. Keystone gets in with a dash attack, doesn't get a full combo out of it. Probably trying to go for a reverse apple there. It's very precise, but you can do a dash attack into a quick turnaround apple in a way that it will just kind of set itself down on the ground in place. And you can use that to continue your combos with Mag, but it is definitely the hardest thing Magolor has, and Keystone not able to get it there. And now one more arrow should take this for Justin.
Yeah,
that'll do it.
He just does better every game.